Your afternoon drive.
That's us.
Number 2.
Do we know when that's going to get changed yet?
That's something I just
Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
That's very funny.
And in the on-deck circle, Avery Castillo.
This is Two Men Up with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
It's Tuesday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are at the Duke store. Let's go. Big day for the Albuquerque Dukes today as Mike Scioscia goes into some sort of Hall of Fame. What is that, Steve?
The Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame.
Okay, so the Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame, which I just learned about today.
Really?
I didn't know it existed. I thought it was like I knew about the Baseball Hall of Fame. I knew about the Negro League Hall of Fame. I knew about the New Mexico Sports Hall of Fame. But I didn't know there was just like an Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Do you know about E40's Hall of Game?
The album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
It's very strong.
That's, yes.
It's a very good one.
So Mike Scioscia, who is the catcher.
Still holds up to this day.
Hall of Game?
Strong.
No. It died with the 90s, brother.
You are an insane person.
Super dead. Super dead with the 90s. So Mike Scioscia.
Timer.
So
40 water.
Isaiah Johnson back at the studio.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So Mike Scioscia was a catcher, Steve? Is this correct? Am I getting this right?
He was a catcher,
Okay.
and he also managed the Dukes.
At the same time.
I'm not sure.
Pete Rose did, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
So
But like the good one.
Right.
Michael Scioscia, and today it was announced by. So was this a collaborative announcement? The Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame and the Isotopes and the Dukes announced this? Did the Isotopes just try to steal all the flame? Like, help me understand.
The Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame is run by John Traub at the
Oh, so it's the Isotopes Hall of Fame, because I'm going to start my own then.
You should start your own.
Yeah, I'm going to call it the actual Baseball Hall of Fame.
I think that one exists.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Albuquerque. Okay, so here we go.
Cooperstown.
The Bernalillo County
Yeah.
Baseball Hall of Fame.
That's what we need.
All right, I'm pulling up the press release.
BCBHOF.
That's the one.
Albuquerque Dukes
The
catcher / manager Mike Scioscia. All right, real quick, spell Scioscia. Go.
SCOCIA Scioscia.
Nope.
SCIOS.
SHIOSH.
CIA.
I believe you both.
IASH.
I got to guess. SOCIA.
No, all these were wrong.
Yeah.
Steve's was right, but I know he was cheating. Will be inducted in the Albuquerque.
That's on the wall right here.
Yeah, it's here at the Duke store. He will be inducted into the Albuquerque Professional Baseball Hall of Fame on Saturday, June the 9th. Hold on.
Okay.
June the 9th, Steve?
Is that what it says?
29th. June the 29th, Steve?
June the 29th.
You know what that is?
It's the, what is it?
Let's double check before you say it.
That's Duke's Retro Night down
that's-
there at Icefield Park. Let's go.
Baby.
Isaiah, make sure you're not working that night because we need you to actually work the merchandise booth with me and Van. That's going to be kind of a busy night. So you, all right, so let me make sure I understand this. So it's Retro Night on the 29th. So that'll be a 6:35 start. Gates will open at 5:30. And then the Hall of Fame induction ceremony will begin like at 6:15. Post-game fireworks as well. And you'll be selling Duke's gear, and me and Van and Isaiah are going to help you do that.
Sounds good. Yeah.
How many?
I'll have some other folks there helping.
Like legitimately helping?
Yeah.
Cause
Not
Like actual paid employees?
Yes.
Insured?
we're not that
You guys can,
model.
kind of just hang around the booth.
Create fellowship.
Any follow-up on us getting some retro Dukes sliders?
Yeah, good question.
No?
Can we get some sliders?
Baseball pants?
Because me and Isaiah and Van need to look. We need to look like authentic Dukies.
Yes.
Okay.
Albuquerque Dukes players,
Interesting.
Yeah, and get
not conquistadors.
a uniform for Ray Birmingham.
I was thinking of feces. The Dookie.
Whoopsie.
Oh, whoops.
My
Nope.
goodness.
That's not the one, Isaiah.
Yeah.
All right, so June the 29th. Also, if you want to go to the game on June the 29th and you're like, hey, like, I don't know, I don't have the coin, right? There's a lot of life going on or whatever.
It's hard out here in them streets.
You come see Steve Palmisano during the show today here at the Albuquerque Duke store. He's got 2 tickets for you. You come by the Albuquerque Duke store and Steve will hand you out of his pocket
2 free tickets.
2 free tickets to the game on June the 29th. Is that correct?
Yeah.
The Duke's Retro Night, the best night of the year.
Sure.
You're just giving them away?
Yeah.
Like legit seats.
They're actual tickets to the game. Yes.
This is unreal. Like physical hard tickets.
Yes.
What a throwback, just like on Retro
So
Night.
he's got 2 total, or is everybody who comes in gets
Every single person who comes by gets 2.
Is that correct, Steve? With a purchase.
You should see this stack of tickets Steve has right now. It's like a stack of 100 bands over and over and over again. He's walking around with these tickets like a SoundCloud rapper.
You look like me
walks
after
around with stacks of cash.
That's what I looked like after my yard sale on Saturday. Yeah, I had
$1 at a time, baby.
I had that roll. Sorry.
Thanks for the invite to the yard sale.
Okay, here's the
I
thing.
moved all that over there.
You didn't have a chance to buy
You
any
could have let me.
all the stuff you moved. You didn't get a chance to buy what you liked.
Yeah.
I
had my eye on that lamp, Fred.
Everyone who helped me move, Isaiah, I said, listen, if it's going in the garage, you boys can take it. And you had opportunity then to get a Nintendo 64.
I don't remember that.
Don't want any of that stuff.
Oh, you need one of those.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll be worth like $1 million one.
All right, so 2 tickets if you just show up, 4 tickets with a purchase. Is that what we just said?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
But like a
That's a good
legit purchase. We're not talking about a sticker, okay? We're talking like
Right.
one of your 45 colorways of hats.
Correct.
How many stickers per ticket do we need?
Yeah, good question.
How many stickers?
You buy 24 stickers.
24 stickers.
24 stickers.
How many
One
colorways
ticket.
of hats do you have right now, dude?
Uh,
Like a real number.
like, well, fitted.
There's over 50 colorways.
I thought you were saying 50.
Yeah, that's what he said. 59,
Probably 25 to 30 different.
There's 30 colorways.
Design.
Of
Let me
hats.
tell you, boys, you guys are both underestimating this. I counted 47 different hats and colorways there.
Well, some are fitted, some are snaps, some are flex fit.
Did that Pride one sell last Saturday during the Pride Parade?
No.
Oh. I'd award that.
We've sold that. I got to.
You got a Pride hat? I didn't even see the Pride hat.
People at the,
All right, some friends of the show just showed up, so
Oh,
Steve is giving.
Steve's got to go to work.
So come hang out at the Duke store. We're doing this thing all day. A lot of laughs. Congratulations, Mike Sosha. Let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now-
Duke's legend.
I believe Mike Sosha was in the episode of The Simpsons
Yeah.
where they played softball under the name Isotopes, which is the birth name of the current team, the Isotopes.
Right.
So he was a real life Duke catcher manager, and he was the original Isotopes in the Simpsons episode.
Meta.
And now he's in the Isotopes / Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame.
Correct.
This is awesome, dude.
For all of his success, not really a Sosha guy.
Shave those sideburns, Sosha.
More of a greaser guy, obviously.
I
You're doing-
got that one.
you're doing
Rest-
Outsiders reference.
Rest in power,
Pony
boy.
boy. It's so funny. We are going to be out there on June the 29th with Steve. So this is real life inside pro wrestling, inside professional baseball. So originally, Summer Sizzle, the next Duke City Championship Wrestling event at the Historic El Rey Theater, June the 28th. Originally, it was scheduled for Saturday, June the 29th. I swear to God.
Missed me with
And
that.
then so Steve says, Fred, that's retro night, brother. I said, I accidentally said the 29th. What I meant was the 28th.
Yes.
So on Friday, June the 28th, you come to Summer Sizzle at the Historic El Rey. You watch pro wrestling.
Ooh, good idea.
Then on Saturday, you go to the Duke's Retro Night. You get to hang out with your boys, including Isaiah, who we're going to put in a baseball uniform for the first time ever.
Oh,
And there'll be fireworks after the show. Also fireworks during the show if we're there, the three of us.
Let's go.
And Steve will be there. And we're going to talk a lot of baseball.
If you want to skip the line, because there is a significant line
There is always a line.
to get Duke's merch.
Correct.
You slap me, little cash under the table, I'll escort you right to the front of the line. And then you will use that cash to purchase Duke's goods because I don't steal from Steve. But also, you want to skip that line? You know how to do it. You know what's up. You
know how to skip that line.
You hide it under the table.
You know.
No, really, just come up and say something nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will escort you right to the front.
Compliment our Duke's outfit.
Yeah.
It's hard to compliment you, Fred.
Dang. Welcome back,
Dude,
Zay.
yeah, okay. Come on.
No. Not as far as like there's not things to compliment.
That's what I heard.
No. I could say, hey, Fred, you look like you're looking good today.
Duh.
Like, wow. I always look good.
Yeah, duh. I mean, I didn't start the day trying to not look good. Oh, you mean I'm at expectation? That's crazy.
Yes.
We got some nice compliments yesterday on the show. Big thank you to Max and Jay.
Yeah, a couple dudes.
Yeah, so we're excited to have that be a thing. I like golf talk because, like, I know so little about golf.
Yeah. You get to have fun and learn. Yeah, at the same time.
Yeah, so anyways, get ready for a lot of cricket talk. I think that's what our summer is going to be for real. Because with the Olympics this year, and you've not been so fortunate to do an Olympics year on the radio, a non-COVID Olympics year.
Correct.
Yeah, and it is unencumbered. The Olympics are the coolest thing because we get to, number one, learn a bunch of stuff we don't care about, like swimming, gymnastics, and you know what NBC is. So NBC is going to be like, oh, prime time? You get to watch basketball? You get to watch gymnastics? You get to watch swimming?
Yep.
You go watch track and field. Those are the only four. The other ones, go find on Bravo.
You know how people...
No basketball?
No, basketball was on there.
He mentioned basketball.
Oh, okay.
You know how people like watch NASCAR for the wrecks?
Did I tell you I watched a NASCAR race on Sunday for the last 10 laps when I was waiting for the UFL championship game? Did I tell you about this? So I was like, listen, I haven't watched NASCAR in 25 years.
Okay.
Like when I used to be Midwest. And
well, you have to growing up.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can either be 100% NASCAR, 100% racist, or 50% of both.
Yeah.
Those are the only.
You can skip NASCAR in June. That's the only month.
Correct.
Yeah. So
I'm watching NASCAR for the last 10 laps, and as I'm watching it for the last 10 laps, I'm like, this is going to be boring, like whatever, it's not going to be anything. I swear to you, of the top 3 dudes, 2 dudes ran out of gas right before the finish line.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then so they ended up not even finishing the race, and then some other dude wins or whatever, and then at the end I go, I don't know anyone's names, I can't tell you what or why any of this happened. Also, you don't have a gas gauge?
Now, hold on. They didn't just get out of their car and run to the finish line like Ricky Bobby and John Girard.
So Kevin Waltrip said on the broadcast, he said they can't do that. He specifically said that. He said
they're already going to lose. Might as well make a run for it.
He said at a time like this, you just want to put your foot out and push it. And he's like, well, you know, you can't do that now. Or whoever, Kevin Harlan, or whoever the other broadcaster is.
It definitely wasn't Kevin Harlan.
I don't know who does NASCAR.
Kevin Harlan is too good for NASCAR. No offense to NASCAR.
But it was as fun of a last 10 laps I had ever watched. And then, okay, this is very good. Friend of the show, Andrew, is over in Paris. And thank you to he for tuning in. I don't know if it's nighttime or early morning over there. If you're going to have a city for the Olympics, is there a better destination on this entire planet? The city of love, the city of lights. Sand volleyball will be
so many other cities. Yes,
you're an idiot.
A long list of other cities in Paris.
So many tourists. So the sand volleyball, they built the courts at the base of the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
This is like extreme volleyball dead or alive on the PlayStation. This is as iconic of a setting as you can have.
You don't think that's dangerous? The Eiffel Tower? People below just playing volleyball?
Yes, I don't think that's dangerous.
That's the one that's going to fall over any minute, right?
No,
that's the one? That's the same one?
That's the leaning tower of whatever.
Oh, yeah, the Pizza Tower. I forgot about that one. That's right.
Pizza.
Sponsored by Little Caesars.
I don't know if that's accurate. They fixed it. Are you aware of this?
What?
Yeah, they fixed the leaning tower.
They put like some phone books underneath it?
Just propped it up.
By the way, Isaiah, a phone book is a large.
Okay.
It's a binded like a normal book, but it just has everyone in the area's phone numbers in it. We used to get them all the time.
Is it like yellow?
Up to twice a year. Yes, good guess. Oh, they were yellow.
Okay, I feel like I saw it in a picture a long time ago.
An old color movie. The first color movie that had phone books in it.
When was the last time I used a phone book?
To prop up the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That is 100%. I know of phone books because that is what we used for prank calls back in elementary, middle school.
Oh yeah,
We hit up the phone book.
Crank Yankers was still around. It wasn't.
I feel like
ownage pranks.
I have a memory. So in my early 20s, not everyone knows this. So I would drive around the country. I drove around the country for a couple of years, like discovering myself. And I would stay at like hotels and stuff. And I didn't know the phone number to like the pizza place in town.
Mm-hmm.
So I would use the phone book.
Yeah.
So that's how long ago it's been. It's like 2004, 2005. That's a long time ago.
It was a very long time. I can't remember the last time like I used one on purpose. I think I stumbled across one. Be like, this seems handy in this moment. Probably at a hotel.
I think a lot of people held on to them longer than they needed to be held on to because you used to just throw them away every year, and then they stopped being produced.
I mean, if you have a fireplace, you probably still have some somewhere.
For starting the fireplace.
Yeah, great kindling.
I also feel like the same thing happened to me with my Rand McNally. I held on to my last Rand McNally a lot longer than I needed it.
Yeah, I think I had my last state and city map up until I left Las Cruces.
Up until when
literally probably threw it away on the way here to Albuquerque. I was like, I have a cell phone now. It's not necessary anymore.
I think I had one in my Sonata that was stolen.
No.
I'm dead serious.
Got scribbles on it?
Like circles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like you had to take an alternate route and you're going to map your own route.
You know what I used to circle? Where free parking was in big cities.
Wicked smart.
Yeah, so if I was in like San Francisco or whatever, I'd be like, oh, you could buy this bakery or whatever. That's not the best radio, but you get the point of what I'm saying.
So did you buy a big national book?
You
got the proper.
I got the big one, and then it had the city blow-ups inside of it.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
See, I would buy each one individually. So like
the little foldy boys.
Yeah, the behind the passenger seat.
I know exactly what you're
would be
talking about.
stacks and stacks and stacks of Rand McNally's from every city I went to.
No, I had like the oversized one that was you know how the back seat would like lift up or whatever, you just slid it under there. I had that one. It was awesome, dude.
Oh, back to my original point.
Sorry.
You know how people watch NASCAR for the wrecks?
Yeah.
That's why I watch Javelin.
It's 2 Men On, live from the Duke Store, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report brought to you.
Yeah, come on. You better give me that, Yeah, you throw up the set, homie, throw up the set. You better take it back.
The greatest betrayal in the history of sports.
Throw up the set. Now I got my COVID shot.
The greatest betrayal in the history of democracy. The biggest betrayal in the history of these great United States. Freedom and all that has ever been righteous, good, or sanctioned by my new Lord, the Donald Trump Bible that I just read. Joey Chesnutt, 16 out of 17-time previous Nathan's hot dog eating champion, 8 consecutive in a row. The greatest entertainer of sausage swallowing of all time, Van.
Well, when it comes to sausage swallowing, you haven't seen the documentaries I've seen, but he's up there.
It's a doggone shame that Joey Chesnutt will not competing, boys, because that makes it sound like a competition.
Yeah.
He will not be spotlighted, spectacled, and entertaining us at the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. He will not defend his mustard belt. And this is the result of a sponsorship deal he inked with a rival company to Nathan's hot dogs.
What is it, Fred?
It's
what company?
Vegan dogs.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Hey, win one for the good guys today. Welcome to the right side of history, Joey Chesnutt. You're a hero. Don't listen to this BS Fred spitting. You're on the right side of history, Joey Chesnutt. Good job. You probably toured one factory farm. You saw how all those animals by Nathan's hot dogs were being tortured. Not a good day of their entire life.
What animal is hot dog?
All of the pigs. Probably some beef, too.
Yeah, I think Nathan's is their beef. I think they make great hot dogs.
They probably got a lot of each. Anyways, the torture is over. Joey Chesnutt has finally joined the right side of history. He has joined Team Impossible, and as a vegan adjacent human being, good job, Joey Chesnutt.
When's the last time you had a burger, man? Like a beef bison,
like a whole one.
Just a bite of actual meat.
16 years.
Wow, that's crazy. You started before it became popular.
Yeah, I am usually ahead of the curve. You know me. You know this program, Isaiah. Come on. I refer to myself as a when in Rome vegetarian. So if my friend harvests a deer or they make a nice meal, I'm not going to turn it down, but it's not part of my normal diet. Thank you, Joey Chesnutt, for bringing attention to this issue. You will look favorably.
Joey Chesnutt has signed with Impossible Foods, and Major League Eating went on to say, we're not going to let Michael Jordan go do an Adidas event and say how good Air Jordans are.
So, friend of the show, Atlas Bread, has some hot dog comments.
Okay.
To dish you guys' way.
Okay, I will. Does he want to do that on air? Like, what's the energy on that?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Sorry, friend of the show, Atlas, also Steve Palmisano, rejoining us as he just gave away so many tickets to the Isotopes Retro Night on the 29th. Atlas, welcome.
So is it fair to say that Nathan's hot dog pulled a Jay Monahan PGA Tour and yanked it?
Yeah.
On the live buddy he is.
It's one of the greatest betrayals of all time.
Absolutely.
Does America not matter?
I think they stuck it to him, and that's wrong.
This is Johnny Damon shaving his beard and becoming a Yankee.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I got a quick question for you guys. How come you haven't given old Maria calling the middle of the night on your show?
I don't know what the international rules are on that.
Doesn't matter. You should still drop it on her.
It's not the worst idea.
It's funny you say that because the algorithm today, when I was doing my research, i.e. on the toilet, the algorithm showed me a New Mexican restaurant in Japan And I sent that information to A. Marie.
Did she
So-
respond?
She did. She
Oh,
said,
okay.
we're going in the fall for whatever reason.
Oh, that's whenever the
That's how they plan things out there.
Yeah, after the chili harvest, obviously. They only want
Yeah,
that.
you guys need to drop a call on that one of these days. That would be hilarious.
she'd send us an invoice.
When are the sumo championships? Like that's when we'll do it.
Yeah. What was she going to cover out there? The lingerie league or something?
Yeah, lingerie football league.
Yeah, I was like, okay, go get it, girl. Good call, brother.
All right, man. You guys have a good day.
Is Kobayashi vegan now too?
No, he retired.
Oh.
Are you? Oh, so you're not up
bring
on
it.
your competitive eating. He retired earlier this year.
How come?
All of our heroes are out of the game. How come, Steve? Do you know what kind of toll this puts on your body?
His quote said, "I'm no longer hungry." I was left for a walk-off. For a
God, I love
professional
that.
eater.
That
I'm
is
no
so
longer hungry.
Good.
He said, "I look at other people enjoying their food and I feel left out." And I just like he literally
Like in
can't
general?
enjoy eating. Yeah, like he can't enjoy eating anymore. He just eats because he has to.
Kobayashi said, "Gulp."
So then, so Joey Chestnut follows that up with, "I'm out."
No, he just followed it up with, "I'm going to partner with the most disgusting food of all time," and the entire thing that rose me to stardom, that allowed me to be the pop culture icon that I am. Nathan's hot dog eating contest. It is dead to me, and I will never ever thank anyone who helped me accomplish anything in my life.
He said, "I don't have any beef with these losers anymore,
It's not looking
so I'm
good.
just not going to eat it all together."
It's not looking good for the beef hot dog industry.
Also, what is Joey Chestnut without George Shea? Like, if we're being really honest in this moment, if Joey Chestnut just showed up and ate a bunch of dongs, would George
Dongs.
Shea, would George Shea not be the guy that put him over the whole time? Because I believe he would.
George Shea.
That's the announcer guy. That's the
Okay,
straw
I
hat.
figured.
That's the top hat guy.
Oh,
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Cha-cha-cha-cha. That's that guy. So, Joey Chestnut's net worth is over $4 million from eating hot
Yeah,
dogs.
he's doing okay.
And now he's cashing in with the lovely people at Impossible Foods.
Foods.
Well, if you look, he's actually done a lot of other stuff. Like I know he used to do chicken wings. Obviously, wings are probably out of the equation as well. But he's done wings.
Cauliflower. Now you can do cauliflower wings.
Or to be a spokesperson for a product, I don't know if you know this, guys, you don't have to even use the product. You do have to show up to their events and make sure their checks don't bounce. He can just continue to eat meat. Like this
Not
doesn't
publicly.
really. This really doesn't mean
Do
anything.
you remember when LeBron James was like the Samsung spokesman, but he had an iPhone?
Yeah,
Like boo you.
You got Giannis though. Giannis is like he was out there rocking the Google Pixel during the dunk contest. I think he's a sponsor for Androids, and everyone was roasted him because they knew the videos would be blurry.
nice.
Were they blurry?
I'm sure they were if he
Yeah.
uploaded to Snapchat. I know it had to have been blurry.
Are people still Snapchatting?
what's that?
It's not, right? It's not a thing anymore.
No, they do. It's just you got to have specific people you want to talk to.
It's Steve. If you'd like an explanation, it's Brett Favre's favorite app. Yeah, you can send encrypted dong pics.
Who is, in your guys' opinion?
So that's how you need it.
Not that I have. I've read in my
How do you spell
extensive
that?
research.
Is it one word or two? Snapchat?
One.
I think the C is capitalized, though.
Is it?
SNPCHT.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a good one. Who has ever self-sabotaged more for the bag?
He's already got the bag. He made millions of dollars eating hot dogs. This is a success story. He's leaving at the top. He's undefeatable every year.
Whatever the dollar amount is he got, like he could have also got that from Weight Watchers and done like, look how many hot dogs I can eat, ugh. And then like, because it's the number, it's not
Right.
it's not the company. He doesn't have like a rich passion for vegan foods, y'all. He just wanted money.
Well, let's hear him out because I'm sure a statement is coming. Because this information's only like 2 hours old.
Okay.
Am I correct here?
I was.
Yeah, it's
I was
around
on
there.
top of it. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, this is this afternoon. So I haven't had the availability to do my research.
There's no
Again,
research
like
to
I
be-
mentioned earlier, haven't been on the toilet this afternoon.
There's
So I haven't
no-
caught up yet.
research to be done. I've given you the entire story. Joey Chestnut has betrayed his fan base, the United States of America, and all future Americans.
What's the opposite of a Benedict Arnold? That's what he's doing. He's setting the bar high for the future of eating in this country and the world. Good for you having a heart and a conscience, Joey Chestnut. Also, nothing wrong with eating meat, guys. Chill out.
No Diddy.
So
Gotta throw that in there.
I think Paul Revere is the opposite of Benedict Arnold.
Okay. He's the Paul Revere of conscious eating in the future. Good job, Joey. Welcome to the team.
If I'm Impossible Foods, I'm sending pro wrestling style an invasion to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Like I'm talking like buckets of blood and stuff. I'm just like douse them like Carrie.
I think they're like a cooler organization than that. I don't think they're like militant vegans from the Northwest that turn everyone off from veganism because the human beings themselves are so awful. Not like that. But maybe like a cool one.
Why don't they just do hot dog eating contest with vegan hot dogs?
That's so gross, dude. You just made me so mad.
I mean, he can eat his vegan ones. Kobayashi can not eat, and then the other people can have regular hot dogs.
This has
What's
nothing,
the difference?
This has
Not
nothing
eat.
to do with his betrayal of his old diet. This has everything to do with Nathan Corporate. Because he's not sponsored by Nathan's now is why he can't do it.
Why
not because they're vegan hot dogs.
What if it turns out that JC, which is what we're calling Joey Chestnut moving forward, what if JC gave Nathan's the opportunity to match?
Yeah.
And then he called their bluff? Because now I'm Team JC.
I'm Team JC no matter what from here on out. Kudos, buddy.
I think Nathan's, if they were smart, they should create a vegan hot dog line. Right? Create their own vegan hot dog line.
yes.
And then maybe that there's some way you could negotiate a deal to get them back on the team.
Out of
because-
spite?
No.
No, just out of a business move.
No one's
And-
going to buy that. There's no money in that.
Yeah.
What vegan company is making money?
It's impossible to make money.
Nice. Impossible.
Hey, that's what
the
that's
good
what
one.
they
That's a
said.
good one.
That's what a big horse and carriage said to Henry Ford,
Oh my god.
who had the last laugh. Huh?
The horse, of course.
They're
Well
still
done.
being used. Yeah, they're used in some areas.
That's where Isaiah got his catchphrase from Henry Ford. You can have it in any color you want, as long as it's black. It's 2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
10. The Sports Animal.
Albuquerque Dukes Retro Night. Albuquerque Dukes Retro Night. Woo! June the 29th. Rio Grande Field at Ice Coast Park. You want some ticks? Swing by the Albuquerque Dukes store, see your boys, and Steve Palmisano of the Albuquerque Dukes will give you 2 tickets. And if you bring an 8x10 of Ray Birmingham, he'll sign it.
Wait, Steve will sign Ray Birmingham's?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
How's Cowboy Ray doing? You talked to him lately?
He's wonderful.
Okay. Any updates on him professionally or anything?
I think he's working on a few things.
That's the answer I wanted to hear.
He's always working on a few things. That guy's a hustler.
The Celtics' Kristaps Porzingis suffered a torn medial retinaculum, allowing dislocation of the posterior tibialis tendon.
That sounds made up. That every bit of that sounded made up.
Did you see it happen though? He said he'll die out there. That's what his quote was. I will die out there.
If he dies, he dies.
It really applies to Porzingis. But he looked like he was injured pretty bad.
Did you see the EU today cut a $1.6 billion check to Ukraine that was frozen Russian assets?
Seems low.
Yeah.
1.6 billion more than they had yesterday.
Correct.
Hey, that will pay a lot of interest on American loans that they already have outstanding.
They were like 90% defense, 10% loans. America's never going to make us pay back after this proxy war. Ugh. Russia's paying for a war against themselves. That's the craziest sentence I've ever said.
It's wild.
If you're a fan of Kristaps Porzingis, do you casually become an expert in human anatomy, or do you slowly realize you have to become an expert in human anatomy? Hey, do you remember when I used to run like a municipal outdoor swimming pool and like a bunch of rec leagues, and I had to kind of become a really good weatherman? It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you like Porzingis, you learn exactly what a medial retinaculum allowing dislocation of the posterior tibialis tendon.
You can either go to college for 8 years to become a doctor, or you can be a Kristaps Porzingis fan for 2 seasons.
I'm gonna ask
choose.
I'm gonna ask my doctor girlfriend, and she's gonna be like, "It's in the rear end." like whatever. Like
Posterior, yep, rear.
Also, I saw retinaculum, and I feel like that's the eyeball or the
retina in the eye.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He hurt his eye so bad he pulled a cheek muscle.
Isaiah goes, "No, not a torn medial retinaculum allowing dislocation of the posterior tibialis."
Yorg.
No.
Yeah, I heard posterior and got flashbacks. That's all I had to hear.
I don't even know if that's English, that sentence I said. Is that actually Russian? That whole thing I just said?
Did you just accidentally donate 1.6 billion on behalf of too many?
Isaiah's like, "It's Porzingis. It's always the legs, brother." I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know.
This hockey could just be another lower half injury.
Yeah. I don't understand these words together.
Yeah, on ESPN, there's actually on the title of the article, it says he has a rare leg injury. So they went out of their way to highlight that it was rare.
It ain't rare him getting hurt.
Not at all.
I might have some insight here. The posterior tibialis tendon is a strong cord of tissue. It's one of the most important tendons in your leg. It attaches the posterior tibialis muscle on the back of your calf to the bones on the inside of your foot. It helps support your foot and hold up its arch when you are walking. So I'm going to say that sounds kind of serious.
Yeah, being able to walk is really cool.
Do you remember when they said he was fine? Do you guys recall that?
It was super close to his last injury.
They asked him, and it says he admitted he wasn't really sure the potential ramifications, what they would be if he tried to play. And his quote was, "I don't know," Porzingis said. "I don't know the specifics, but that's something I'll leave in the medical staff's hands to determine whether that can go out or not."
You know why he's hurt, Isaiah? Because you, as a Lakers fan, you prayed for this. You put this on him.
I definitely don't want them to win in favor of the Lakers, but I wouldn't wish an injury upon anybody.
This is moving forward. This is going to be called the Porzingis injury because that's how terrible of a name it is for an injury.
Oh man, he caught a zingy.
Yeah. Oh,
that's a bummer.
Yeah, like what's the Tommy John called? Like I don't think what's that actual.
That's what it's
injury
called. It's called a Tommy John.
That's a tear of the UCL.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be so mad if I was getting Tommy John surgery. My Porzingis gave out, and I got Luke Harris. Don't Google search. All right, never mind, guys. Don't Google search retinaculum on your work computer. You ever see those spike trends on Google searches?
Oh, it's through the roof.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
gotta be. Yeah, Crystal Porzingis, he's hurt.
All the hard heads are going on the Google right now. Retina.
Hey, when you prayed to whatever God you believe in, probably the Trump Bible one, when you did that, do you feel like you put this on Christoph Porzingis?
No, I didn't wish this upon him.
No, but you and hundreds of thousands of other fans together, collectively, showed the power of prayer.
Yeah.
And then Porzingis went down.
Yeah.
If anything, it was Kyrie and his aura and his sage.
First, Hunter Biden guilty on 3 federal gun charges. Second,
was that you too, Zach?
That was you too, Isaiah? Second, Christoph Porzingis. Hey, I'm going to go on record, guys. I will never vote for the felon Hunter Biden as president.
Oh,
I'm
man.
on record. I'm letting you know.
Now that he's officially a felon, Hunter Biden shouldn't even be on the ballot.
Shouldn't be on the ballot.
No.
Take him off.
Take him off.
Minimum requirements.
I'll never vote for anything for Hunter Biden ever again.
No.
I almost fell in the trap. It almost went over my head. And I was going to say, but wait.
What's next, Hunter Biden? Vegan hot dogs?
Oh, you sell out. When we get back, we wrap up the first hour of this program with something we haven't done in a long time, and that's talk the NFL. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. We're live from the Duke store. Can get some free ticks on Steve Palmisano of the Dukes. More free ticks with the purchase. Also, Van has a discount. Ask Key about that whenever you get here. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. 2 Men On live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Steve Palmisano of the Dukes is giving away Dukes tickets June the 29th. Isaiah, when's the last time you were measured for the 40-yard dash?
It was in 2018.
Do you know what you ran?
Yes, I do.
What was it?
It was a 4.7.
Yo,
And that's very fast, correct?
That's good for a larger human.
I was about 240, 6'4", 240. I pulled off a 4.7. I was very, very proud. But it was hand timed. It wasn't like laser. So
all right, so it says here a reasonably fit average American male is
So
like
somebody's like 1, 2.
yeah. 1 Mississippi, 2
4.7.
Mississippi, 4.7.
Yep.
So a reasonably fit average American male is lucky to break 6 seconds in the 40-yard dash. If he doesn't hurt himself trying, the average chubby male won't make it in 7.
African American chubby or just chubby? Because the first part you said.
Oh, what are you like asking if they have all their toes?
Like average American? Like
That still seems fast for an average American.
7?
No, 6. 6 seems fast for an average American.
Do they all have new shoes on, or are they like in their old shoes?
all right, that's a good question.
I ran right around 5 when I was young and in shape.
Yeah, 4.7 was by far a max for me. After that, it was like a consistent 4.9. I had to, if I got like in the 5s, I knew I wasn't in good shape.
Okay, well, here's the whole reason we bring it up.
Did you have a jacket on where you can like, you know,
What?
get it under your arms and you like, you know?
What do you do? What? You're going to put the
Jay
jacket
knows what I'm
where?
talking about. Underneath your arm.
So you would chicken wing the arms
Yes.
of the jacket to the side of your body, creating a chemtrail behind you
Exactly.
when you ran?
Who didn't do that?
I have never done that.
Ben, you did that.
Depends on how many impossible sausages I've had.
That was when I was a kid, like 6.
I have zero memories of when I was 6.
Okay, 7.
I hate your guts, dude.
I think if we ran it right now, I would be in the 6s.
You'd be in the 6s.
Fred would be in the 7s.
You know how long my legs are?
And Steve would be timing us.
Yeah. So here's why we bring this up. Because Madden 25, which has already come out one time, but now it's coming out again for some reason.
Yep.
So Madden 25 has released its cover athlete.
Yes.
Also, good news, Raiders fans. You're on the cover.
Yeah.
Way to go, Raiders fans.
Chasing the star.
Because Christian McCaffrey is on the cover of Madden 25, and he's running towards the cover. Like if you were to hold it, it would look like he's running towards you. Like if you were squared up to tackle him.
Right.
And I don't know what his 40 time is. I don't feel like he's the fastest one.
He's got short legs, so he's probably still like a 4.6.
Yeah, I would guess McCaffrey is right around a 4.5, 4.6,
Yeah.
which isn't blazing, but it's fast.
Yeah, his acceleration is what really separates him.
There it is.
No
What
pun
if-
intended.
All right, me, Isaiah, Van, we'll get a couple more friends of the show. We need to go to like all these resale video game stores, buy copies of Madden 25. Then we need to package them for like low prices online to sell to chump parents to buy for Christmas for their kids. This is a good plan.
McCaffrey did a 4.48 at his combine.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Sits regularly around 4.5. That's still very fast.
And then he was way younger and fresh then, so I think we were probably still about right on. If he ran it today, I'd bet he'd be about right where he is.
Agreed.
You would not be able to catch him, correct?
No, I'd have to have a very good angle. Could I just straight up catch Christian McCaffrey?
So if
not
you're-
even my best.
All right, so if Christian McCaffrey is running at you the way that he's running on the cover of Madden 25, would you be able to break down and tackle him?
No. Breakdown, no. I would just lunge and hope I guessed right, and I would reach out and hope I grabbed a limb.
Okay.
That's how I'd go after McCaffrey, I'd guess. Almost like a soccer goalie.
Would you
during
look him in
penalty
the
kick.
eyes, or would you be too afraid?
I'd look him in the eyes for a quick second because a lot of times
He's
that'll
already
let me.
passed her. He's already passed her.
That'll let you know if someone's going to try to run you over, if they're going to try to put a move on you. Like if they're staring you down and they look like aggressive, like okay, he might try to embarrass me here. But if he's like looking away, like alert, it's like all right, he's going to try to evade.
Yeah, never look into their eyes. Right at the numbers.
That's why
don't let them see you.
Well, I feel like if you're a bad dude and you look into their eyes and they see that you're a bad dude, then that energy that Isaiah just described, you can have towards them.
Yeah.
Like then, like you become the hunter.
Well, you can't tackle them low. That's a penalty.
Okay.
You can't tackle them high. That's a penalty.
Oh, that'll slow you down.
You can't tackle them in the middle and lean over because that's a penalty. Who is going to tackle this guy next year? Like no one.
He's awesome.
Yeah. He's so strong. Is like his center of gravity is so low that without the hip drop, he's just going to be dragging people. Because he's strong. Christian McCaffrey is a strong guy. That's why he's durable as well. Scored so many touchdowns like in a row consecutively.
So good news for Niners fans. The Madden curse has kind of petered out the last few years. It hasn't really hit like it used to.
Yep. Monkey's paw.
Yeah, but it's still on the Madden cover. You still got to be scared, like Niners fan, Niners organization. The best running back in football is on the cover. You have Super Bowl aspirations. You have to have him to win a Super Bowl.
And the entire Raiders team.
the whole Raiders defense.
They're going to get him.
That's the offense after they fumbled it, and then Christian came on the field. Got it.
But Twitter told me Joe Burrow is going to do it. No one wants Joe Burrow.
This is the best Madden cover since Peyton Hillis.
You're going white running back on white running back. Isaiah, we hit the music. Here's my thing, boys. If you're going to be on the cover of Madden, just don't get hurt. That's it.
Stop the curse, guys.
Fair enough.
It's almost over.
When we get back from the break, there's a world of sports talk. And I think, man, when it was as it relates to the world of baseball, it's the exact opposite way I thought it would be to start the season. None of the standings make sense to me. We're going to go into that at length. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Marie Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
The boys are live at the Albuquerque Dukes store. Steve Palmisano, owner of the Albuquerque Dukes, is with us. He's giving away tickets to the Albuquerque Dukes game, June the 29th. It's going to be a good one. How many years have you been doing this retro game?
2007, I think.
So a lot.
Yes,
Best night of your life?
absolutely.
Dang, you get to have the best night of your life again? That's awesome.
Once a year.
How does it work? So you just set up like at Isotopes Park? Like kind of walk me through it.
Yeah, we set up a booth there on the concourse and sell the merch, and then the Isotopes players play as in the Dukes jerseys. They call them the Dukes. They play the old jingle. Everybody's it's a Dukes game.
Do the players get the hats back, or do they really want to keep them because they're so cool?
They keep them
Because they're so cool.
probably.
That's awesome. There's always like a ton of Dukes gear there. I wear Dukes gear every time I go to the Isotopes Park, except for the last time we were there last Friday when I was wearing the breast cancer awareness hat.
Oh, cool.
Sweet hat.
It's a good time to wear it.
I think in this order, here's what I see at Isotopes Park. Number 1, Dukes gear. Number 2, probably Dodgers gear.
A lot of Dodgers.
A lot of Dodgers
They
gear.
just can't quit them.
No.
Haven't given up yet. There's always hope.
The Dodgers are still winning.
I think Isotopes is probably number 3. I would say probably.
Probably
There's
Duke's number 1, and I think Topes, Mariachis,
Oh, lots of mariachi
Topes,
stuff.
Mariachis,
Yeah.
and Dodgers are tied for second. And then Cheeseburger 4.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. Josh Sushan at the Cheeseburgers, Mariachis, Isotopes, Dukes, Oat Milkers.
To my surprise, 0 oat milkers throughout the rest of this season.
Joining us.
Not one piece of merch.
Joining us at 6 o'clock.
Not an oat to be milked in the whole crowd.
So I'm looking at the Major League Baseball standings. Have you seen these things lately?
I look pretty often. What stands out to you?
There are 3 teams.
You have the White Sox in first place. Is that your hot take at the beginning of the year?
I think LA's numbers are fake. I think as bad as Colorado has been, as bad as Arizona has been, as bad as the Giants have been, and as bad as the Padres have been, because all those teams I just named are 500 or worse on the season. I think the Dodgers numbers are fake.
Well, I got bad news for you.
Yep.
One thing a few sites do, like MLB or Baseball Reference, they do with like run scored and differential in their opponents. They got an expected win-loss.
Okay.
The Dodgers are playing below their projections. They're supposed to be playing even better. So those numbers are legit, my friend.
You think they're a 41-win team right now?
I think they're a 43 or 44-win team.
I don't think so, dude. I don't see it out there.
They're not even like playing to their peak potential yet.
The Phillies, I think, are the real deal. And I think right now, I think Atlanta's in trouble. And I didn't think that until injuries. But now I don't think they're the team. But I guess the Phillies just lost JT Realmuto today.
Right.
So he got a knee.
And they're already without Trey Turner. And they're doing all this without a superstar shortstop, which makes it even crazier.
But it's so bad at the bottom of the East as well, because the Marlins and the Mets and the Nationals are all also booty.
Yeah.
The Central sucks, dude. The Pirates suck. The Cardinals suck. The Reds suck. The Cubs suck.
There's so much parity. The Brewers have been playing lights out. Like, I didn't expect them to be playing this well. A lot of that has to do
They have 40 wins?
with pitching. 39.
Okay.
Your Cardinals
are awful.
Just like every year, they're going to float around 500. They're going to bring up some tiny white guy from the minors. They're going to trade for some washed-up pitcher. That pitcher is going to have the best season of his career. That tiny white kid's going to hit 450
I love that
in the
kid.
last month. They're going to win the division by one game or sneak into the playoffs, the wild card by one game and go on a run. They do that every year. And I'm sick of it.
There's no way for the Central to sneak a team into the wild card. The Phillies, the A's, the Brewers, the Dodgers, and the Padres have this thing locked up. And that only leaves, well, I guess with the one-game play-in, it is different than what it used to be. The White Sox having 17 wins and 50 losses is, I think, the worst professional organization I've ever seen.
Well, they're on pace to be the worst team in the history of baseball right now. And I'm telling you, they have a fantastic chance of doing it because they have one good hitter and one good pitcher, and both those guys are getting traded. I guarantee you that.
There are so many sub 500 teams right now. It is so absolutely fat at the top.
Yeah.
Yankees 47-21. The Cleveland Commanders 42-22.
I think that's fool's gold. I don't think the Guardians are that good long term.
You think the Royals are that good?
Gonna cut your boys off. Marty, friend of the show, Marty wants to talk some Dodgers with you guys.
Does he also think that they're pretenders at the top? Friend of the show, Marty, joining us on the Sports Animal Hotline. Marty, how are you?
No, my friend. I think they're actually underachieving.
Ooh, little van take.
Actually, I don't think they've hit their second gear yet.
Give me more.
Okay. We know Kirsch has been in rehab, right?
Physical,
how they're
not
going to utilize him, I don't know. Walker Buehler slowly trying to get back. I think once those guys, it's a long season. I think we'll see their peak come September, October. Unlike in past years, the Dodgers sort of always peak come September. I think the scary part is I think they're going to go the other way. I think they will be peaking at the right time. And let's not forget they're the Dodgers, right? In my opinion, they've overtaken the Yankees when it comes to moolah. They will make moves if they have to. They will go rape, pillage, whatever small town team, whatever they got to do. And I don't want to use the word rape, but they will. They'll need an arm to go get it. They need a bat. They'll find a way to get it.
I agree completely. I mean, and I think they're head and shoulders above the Phillies. Even though the Phillies have the best record in baseball, Dodgers are absolutely loaded, and I do think they're going to get better. And I do think, though, whatever the hottest person on the trade market is, they'll pick him up to. Now that the Braves lost Steer and they lost Acuna Jr., they're the class of the National League, and it's on them again to try to win it all.
Yeah, and it's on Dave Roberts, right? Too. I mean, I know they say managers don't manage, it's all, but to me, at some point, with this loaded roster, and you don't get it done, and you come up short again, or at some point they're going to have to say, okay, we're going to have to make a managerial move at some point. I thought it was going to be like 4 years ago, but somehow that guy's got like 20 lives. But
managing the team is not during the game. Like, managing the team is the 21 hours outside of the game. And
correct.
And Washington, I think players like him, like whatever. To me, not Washington, Roberts.
Yeah.
Roberts.
Yeah, I think players like him outside of the game. I think it's very difficult with analytics and kind of all the voices to screw up decisions on the field now.
Right.
There's only one team doing that, and that's the White Sox.
True, but I mean, other teams fire their manager, and somehow with the expectations of the Dodgers that they have and they have to carry are different from other clubs, and they seem to hold on to their manager. So that part I don't get. So
here's a fun challenge. Will the White Sox get their 20th win before the Dodgers get their 50th win?
Oh, Dodgers, without a doubt.
Over under.
Because if you look at the White Sox and say you only got to get 3 of them, and you go to the Dodgers and say, can you get 9 before they get 3?
If I can take that bet, I'm taking it.
I'm
not 100 percentile.
I mean, I'll bet you a beer on this. No, I can't watch it. White Sox suck so bad.
It looks
That's
like.
all I got, fellas.
Marty,
Nice
good call.
conversation. I love when you guys talk baseball.
Cheers, Marty. Appreciate you.
That's my favorite thing ever.
As bad, everyone knows I'm an Astros homer. As bad as I want them to get another one before their window closes, as bad as I love the underdog, I love the small market team. We're on a collision course for Dodgers Yankees, and that is legendary when that happens in the World Series. The Dodgers, I believe, like Marty, they're underperforming. They're just going to get better later in the year. The New York Yankees, they're the best team in baseball without the best pitcher in baseball. That is bonkers to me.
I'm looking at it right now. 31-33. And the St. Louis Cardinals are only a game and a half back of the wild card.
Yes.
Hey,
This is another weird Cardinals year coming. You think MVPs Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt are going to suck all year? No way. No, they're going to snap out of it here in another month or so. Your stupid Cardinals are going to right the ship again. Sonny Gray's unhittable. Michaelis can manage a game. They're going to be just fine.
the tiers is crazy. Because obviously you look at every division and you're like, hey, cool at the top. Like you're in the top tier. You're at the top. But there's 8 teams on the top tier. Then there's 20 teams in the mid tier. And then there's 2 teams in the bottom tier.
Right.
It is so tight.
Yeah.
What's up with our boy Maldonado? Is he an all-star yet?
I don't know. I'm going to do my civic duty and vote for him again, though.
I want him to be there. That's an important thing to me.
This is going to catch fire. Everybody, hashtag vote Maldi. Pull out your phone right now. Get on your laptop. Write in Martin Maldonado for catcher.
Yeah, because when I go with you guys, I want to meet him too.
Yeah, see?
This is because of us, Martine.
Yeah.
We did this.
We talked about this for months. Congratulations. Greg
Olson, who is a broadcaster for the NFL, said the dumbest thing out loud. And we're going to comment on that whenever we get back. In our profession, you should not say the thing that he just said. It's 2 Men On, live from the Duke Store, 95.9 FM and AM 610. Boo, Sports Animal.
On.
Yeah, why not?
Mike's hot.
Back live from the Albuquerque Duke store. And Greg Olson messed around and said the quiet part out loud. Greg Olson, former tight end, probably a coach at some point. Current CTE survivor. So Greg Olson says NFL analysts could call NBA games more easily than NBA analysts could call NFL games.
Very true.
All right, one more time for the back of the class.
Greg Olson says
Okay.
NFL analysts could call NBA games more easily than NBA analysts could call NFL games.
Oh, I thought he meant it was easier for NFL guys to do an NFL game versus NBA versus NBA.
So he's saying NFL guys could call an NBA game more easily than NBA guys could call an NFL game. The four of us sitting here, I'm the one who can speak from an expertise. It's the same guys calling every sport.
Yeah.
Let's be real transparent here. Kevin Harlan doesn't suck at anything.
He's the best right now. Don't at me. No one can do it like Kevin Harlan. But yeah, like even tier and tier and tier below Kevin Harlan, like these guys are doing every sport and they got their chops. They sharpen their swords. They hone their skills in every single sport on the way up. Greg Olson, you're the one that can only do the NFL. Everyone else does everything.
And help me out. There's different types of commentators though. So like if you're a color commentator and you're having to go into detail, I feel like it may be rougher to go into detail about an NFL game because it's slower pace. Whereas like NBA, you could maybe just like try to keep it a little more like up pace.
From my perspective,
there's a lot of ways you can say Curry shoots a three.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have called in my life, high school, amateur, and pro, thousands? 1,000. Just keep math easy. I've called 1,000 games. I will tell you this. Football is the worst one. Three
filler.
Oh, my God,
It's
dude.
all filler.
Okay, quarterback under center, 4 wide to the near. And the quarterback's going to take the hike. It wasn't a clean handoff. Looks like he's got it, though. Drops, but he's sacked. 35 seconds of me talking about what's happening.
Yep.
Okay, they're going to line up now. It's second down and 13 approximately. It looks like the chain game forgot to change the down and distance. That's fine. We're going to keep moving forward. Like, oh, my God.
Here's what I could say, because Fred, for those who don't know, Fred has called a few of my games in college. And before Fred came along, the commentator was so boring that even the parents were complaining. So when he came along and he came and introduced himself and told us that he was the new commentator, we were just like a huge sigh of relief. And I'd say Fred did a pretty good job. He's got some calls in my highlight reel.
Oh, God. Like, to me,
Fred's got some calls in my highlight reel.
To be good at football is to be entertaining in the silence. Because, like, to be good at calling baseball is you let the silence breathe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're calling football, you have to fill that time up because it is so unbelievably boring while they're just standing there and reviewing a play and having a TV timeout and then resetting the chains and then just sitting there milking every second of the play clock. There is so much filler that is involved in calling football games that you have to be
and then the technology also, like it depends too, because some commentators, like for instance, again, like Fred at Highlands, I don't think he had the best crowd mic. Whereas like if you have a good crowd mic and the crowd's loud in an NFL game, then you can kind of let the crowd carry a little bit of that silence.
Isaiah, to be fair, I had the best crowd mic. There just weren't the best crowds at Highlands football game.
There's
Steve Palmisano rejoins us on the program. Steve, you've listened to more games on the radio than anyone else due to your age. So, which one is best for you to take in for your earlobes?
Which sport?
Yes, on the radio.
I don't mind football on the radio.
Okay, it's not great.
So you just asked me my opinion.
just to tell you how wrong you were. It's baseball, but just
Depends on who's doing it.
auditory.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's the answer, Steve. That's what I was trying to fish out of you.
Oh.
We're like, if you
I
put
wasn't paying attention.
you put Harlan on darts, 60! 60!
Well, I agree with Zay that you kind of have to know what you're talking about, though.
No, you put Harlan on chess. Like I'm gonna watch that.
No,
And
you said listen. You said
Yeah,
both.
listen.
And then also that's why I said different types of commentators, because like if you're just supposed to be the hype man, then I think like in a football game, when there is in between the plays, I don't know if that's necessarily your job to be speaking then, but like if someone gets smashed across the middle, don't just say, number 83 takes a hit across. You know, you got to put some enthusiasm in it. And Kevin Harlan is the best there is at like, he could sound enthusiastic about anything, even when animals run on the field. He's like commentating on a squirrel
That's the
running
best
through the
one.
end zone.
Yeah, it's
When
Yeah,
they're
so that's-
streakers.
Streakers too.
So
Yeah.
You can't
when you get to the level of doing NFL and MLB and NBA,
yeah. Unless you're a former player.
you pretty much can cross over to.
Yeah. Number one
You
forever in baseball, football, NASCAR, and golf was Joe Buck. He's the greatest of all time.
Aw.
to one person, Fred.
I was going to say, I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
Joe,
We should ask Josh.
Joe Buck was the dad.
That's
Right?
Jack Buck.
Jack Buck. I like Jack Buck better than Joe Buck.
We should bring this up to Josh Sushan.
Not that I heard him that often.
The reason this is being, I think, brought
I
up.
already know Sushan's answer to this,
Yeah,
and
he
it's
says
my
it-
answer,
He says Vince Scully every time.
which is the
like
correct
everyone
answer.
who grew up on the side of the Mississippi River, like they don't get it.
So
Okay.
did Vin Scully do NFL?
Yes.
He did?
So did Jack Buck.
Monday Night Football for a long time.
Yeah.
Or not a long time, I think 2 seasons. The best 2 years of Monday Night
The
Football.
best broadcasters of all time are all from St. Louis. Bob Costas, Jack Buck, Joe Buck, Harry Carey, me.
Bob Costas I can agree with. You can miss me with the Bucks. Those losers sold their soul in the crossroads outside of St. Louis. Harry Carey, he's good too. Yeah. The Buck family. My goodness.
The reason this is a conversation among so many people right now is a lot of people are saying, and I'm not going to agree or disagree. You're not going to bait me into this. They're saying that the current Mike Breen, Doris Burke, JJ Redick broadcast combo of the finals is the roughest it's ever been.
It's not great.
That's what people
Yeah.
are saying. And if you remember last year, it was Mark Jackson, Van Gundy, and Breen.
Mhm.
And it's not like Mark Jackson would ever say anything anyways. That's why he got fired.
Yeah.
But the Doris Burke, JJ Redick weirdness that is they on color commentary is new. I will say it's new.
Well, I think JJ Redick has a beautiful basketball mind. I don't think he's good at the on-the-spot, quick, gotta snap, say something immediately. He can break apart the game and understand the game as good as anyone, but it's just not entertaining. And nothing against Mike Breen. Kevin Harlan exists.
It's a different thing.
Any job that ever exists, the answer should be Kevin Harlan immediately.
I'm into Mike Breen. I think Mike Breen's very good.
I didn't say anything against him.
They're different companies, though. You know what I mean? They're like
JJ Redick had. You have to have some experience to get to that. To be that quick, you have to do it for a little while. He can't just jump in there. How long has he been doing it?
I mean, as a commentator, this is, I believe, his first national stuff.
Yeah.
And
What
you know,
about Jim Nance?
well, hold on, that's a whole other sport. Like
He crosses, doesn't he?
Yeah. Football, golf, he's really good. But Mike Breen has been doing the NBA Finals since 5 or 6. Whenever Al Michaels stepped away.
Yeah.
So the idea is he's fine. Like I don't feel
nothing
like
wrong with Mike Breen.
It's the help is not there.
Yeah.
And it had been the Jackson Van Gundy one, I think, since that same time. They'd had the same guys. That might not be completely accurate, but it sounds correct in my head.
Nothing's better than the bang. There's just nothing. Nothing hits like the bang,
Like-
whether it's for your team or against your team.
Like Marv Albert?
No, Mike Breen, the iconic bang.
Oh, okay,
big
yeah.
shot. Like when Artest hit that 3 in the 2010 finals.
If you talk to me, and I'm so old, Bob Costas, Doug Collins, like that to me. In the NBA, I will never ever will you convince me.
Yeah.
Ahmad Rashad doing sideline with Jim Gray, like let's go. Like that was the one. But it's gone now, boys. We're stuck with
John Madden was great. I like listening to him.
He was very good. Pat Summerall was very good. Like that tandem was very good. I also like that weird Monday Night Football season. Oh, no. But it's not because I didn't. It's because I didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's like whenever all those people didn't get when Monday Night Football was bringing in like comedians and stuff to do it.
That was done.
The Dennis Miller years.
The Dennis Miller years were brilliant. That was so far ahead of the game. That was like Space Ghost.
Yeah.
Like
You're not wrong. That's 2 deep cuts right there.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller and Space Ghost.
Both of them brilliant levels of comedy, entertainment.
No one got it, though.
No, just like the Byzantine Empire. It didn't make sense.
When Fred Caliendo did his John Madden live commentary, that was golden.
Yeah. I think
That
Dennis
was
Miller
iconic.
did that. You could tell he didn't care, though. You got to care about he didn't care. He was just making a joke.
What he did on the Monday Night Football broadcast, which by the way had numbers that we don't see anymore because it was only the thing. That is what that Manning cast is trying to be now. That's what Pat McAfee College Football cast is trying to be or whatever. It's these we don't care jokes and approaches.
Right. Yeah.
Dennis Green? That was the coach.
Dennis Miller?
Dennis Miller.
Yeah.
Dennis Green.
Nobody got his jokes, though.
Nobody got it.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller's jokes were
Dennis Green was
Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson goes through the line of scrimmage like the Krauts at Verdun ran through the forces of the Russians and all quiet in the Western Front. Am I right, Al? That was Dennis Miller. That's what Dennis Miller sounded like. No one got that reference, dude. Football fans don't read All Quiet on the Western Front.
Also, like Isaiah, where's Verdun? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, there's 25,000 castles in Germany, Fred. I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly where it's at, all right? I know way more about life than I let on in this radio show.
I know Verdansk.
Sure.
Verdansk is iconic. Good old Call of Duty map.
Learns this European history through Call of Duty. Any way you can get it, baby. Let's go.
He's like, oh, I know where that's at. It has all the crates in Counter-Strike. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I'm gonna edit real fast.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Live from the Duke Store. Like 15 short minutes away from Dasu Sean joining us on the program. Isotopes are at home this week. Feels like it's been a while.
See, I miss them every time they're gone, so it feels like it could be longer than it actually is. I remember the first day they left town, it felt like one day. But the second day they left town, it felt like 3 days. The third day they left town, that one felt like a normal day too. But the fourth day, that one felt like 6 days. By the seventh day, it felt like 1, 3, 1, 6, 10. It felt like 11 days plus another 4 days. So by the time it got to Saturday, it felt like 15 days.
Was this in 2003 when they first started playing, or?
It's last week, Steve.
Oh, okay.
Got a football.
Then Sunday felt like another 4 days.
So how many total days was that?
I think 23. Not an idiot. I'm a jerk.
I will be at Isotopes Park on Friday. Van will not be here. Andy Lyman of the paper joining me on
Woo!
Friday.
Thanks for inviting me.
Quote from earlier today. Fred, I have to work at the Duke Store on Friday.
Well, today, I mean, you just invited Andy just today?
After you said you were not available on Friday.
I'll be on the radio anytime you want.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So,
sure.
Little inside radio. So I got invited to play golf on Friday with the Rio Rancho Youth Soccer.
Lovely
and
people.
I said, Steve Palmisano of the Albuquerque Duke Store, do you want to play golf on Friday? And Steve said, brother, I got to open the store. And I said, okay, got it. So it wasn't
like 10 minutes ago. You said, I got to find somebody to play golf. And I said, I will play with you.
No, you
looked, I looked right in your eyes.
I invited you this afternoon to play golf. And you looked me in the eye and you said, is Van coming? And I said, no. And you said, then there's no way in hell.
Well,
good answer.
That's probably true. But
I said,
so you're going to play golf with Andy?
No, I'm not playing golf. Here's the list of people.
Aren't we talking about?
I will play golf.
No, we're having a beer
order.
with Andy after this.
Oh,
all right. Here's
Fred's golfing with Andres.
No, Andres Trujillo, owner of the Runners, is golfing, and I need a +1. And I asked you, and you said,
no. I can do it.
And now I want you to text Ray Birmingham and see if he'll do it.
Ray
CBR's down.
Doesn't play golf with people like you.
I'm gonna text. Here's the list of people I'm gonna invite. Number 1, Steve Stucker. I'm gonna invite Steve.
Smart.
If he's in, I'm good. If after that, Mark Ronchetti. So I'm gonna get Mark Ronchetti number 2. If he's in, that would be super sweet. Also, I know KOAT has a new sports anchor, so Natalie Bodie, I'm gonna invite her. So that might be good.
Is there not another weatherman you're going to add to the list?
Couldn't come up with
just your first 2?
I was trying to come up with the cat from KOB, and I couldn't come up with it. Brandon Ortega, he's available. Could invite him.
I'd like to see you and Steve Stucker play because I just envision like his I don't know how many dogs he has, but like, it's just following behind on the fairway. Good. Like all on like one leash, and then it spreads out to like 20 leashes.
And I'll be like,
the dogs
Steve,
are out there following him.
Steve, you hit it into the rough.
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
The best celebrity golfer in town is Rob Portnoy. It's not even close.
He's a fantastic golfer.
He's number 1.
Is he a celebrity?
How is he not a celebrity?
I don't know. I guess he is.
He's the voice of the Lobos.
Well, I wasn't trying to be mean.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
I heard you being very mean.
No.
I heard bleep Rob Portnoy.
Yeah.
Sincerely, Steve Palmisano.
You said,
well, I didn't. I just, I don't know. I know Rob, so I guess I'm.
So he's not a celebrity? So it's on your list, like Dylan Storm?
He owns a giant bouncy house.
Dylan that well. He seems like a celebrity to me.
He's nothing. I'm going to tell you that. He's really good at on the field with isotopes and then really bad at returning text.
Oh.
Hard disagree. I've been texting him right now
This-
for another issue.
If you were to put together that foursome of New Mexico celebrities, I hear Sam Bregman's a good golfer. Is this true?
Gotta be. I think his kid played on one of the tours.
Hey, Patino's a
Not
good
Alex.
golfer. You're a good golfer.
Yeah. I'm not famous enough.
That's a good point. You're not
Yeah.
Patino level.
I was more famous before I started doing this show.
Symbietta's a good golfer.
This dropped me down a notch. Don Schrader looks like he can golf.
I bet Bob Brown's a good golfer.
I'll golf with Don Schrader.
I multiple times pitched Andy Lyman of the paper on helping me connect with Don Schrader on doing the Don Schrader bar crawl.
I know where Don Schrader lives.
I don't think Don
His home.
drinks, does
He
he?
doesn't drink. That's what I was told.
No.
But I feel like if we do like a donation, like a cool organization or something.
No, hold on. You're glossing over the fact that I already got the thumbs up from Don years ago.
On the Don Schrader bar crawl?
Yeah. He got the thumbs up as long as the proceeds went to charity.
Then we need to officially right now organize the Don Schrader bar crawl.
The weather is nice.
He was here just that couple weeks ago out front.
You mean Saturday for Pride?
No, he was. I didn't see him.
I promise you he was here.
I
He
didn't
was.
see him out front of the store.
A lot of people put pictures of Don Schrader on the internet on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
A lot of people.
was he the MC?
No, but he was the best received because he'd been out of the spotlight for a little bit. And people were like, "Great to see you, Don."
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe people were calling him Shrady Boy. That part I made up. I don't know if that part's true.
Slim Schrader.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
He looks slimmer than the last time I saw him.
We wrap up the 5 o'clock hour whenever we get back from the break. It's 2 Men On live from the Albuquerque Duke store. Come get some ticks from Steve Palmisano for the Dukes game, June the 29th. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Big store. We're your Dookie boys today.
Sweet.
I'm a Dookie boy every day.
Can we get a shirt that says Dookie boys?
Absolutely.
All right. Nice.
Only if it's 2 O's.
Nice.
DUKIE space BOIS.
Amen.
No, I'm not from
Dookie
here.
boys.
No. Not allowing that one.
I don't like that sentence. Van,
Yo.
what's up with that prize picks?
You know, it's funny you asked me because I was just checking on it right now.
Uh-huh.
Today's taco, I know as Zay knows
Renell
already.
Blanco.
Tristan McKenzie,
Oh.
more than 3.5 strikeouts.
I got Renell Blanco, my more than 3.5 strikeouts.
Oh, that's smart. That's a good one. I like that one too.
Yep.
So I got 5 different 2-person lineups. I'm trying a new strategy here, boys.
Smart.
That I take the Taco Tuesday. They just give you one. Tristan McKenzie, more than 3.5 strikeouts. And I paired it with a bunch of different ones. Today I
almost panicked because it says that game was supposed to start at 1:30 p.m. and
Right.
he had 0, and I was like, "There's no way." But now he's at 3, so maybe the time's wrong.
I believe it got delayed a little. Or 1:30 might be the taco cutoff because I told Fred about the special Taco Tuesday play, and it was already shut down by the time he looked at it.
Double header, boys.
Taco time. What time is it?
No, don't say taco time again.
Hey, Zay, what time is it?
No. Zay, don't answer taco time.
What's today?
Zay, don't do it.
Tuesday.
Zay, you're going to answer that?
Taco.
No! I just told you guys not to do that.
Taco time.
Oh, I don't like that.
You don't like tacos?
Not the way that they talk about it. See? That.
That's weird.
Steve,
Also, I like Danny Jansen, less than 1 run. He's like on like a 0 for 20 schneid right now, so he ain't scoring a run today.
0 for 20?
Yeah.
He's due.
Yeah. To get
If he,
cut.
if he gets to second, everybody in the stadium gets tacos.
No!
What time?
Tuesdays.
Taco time.
How many?
This is all you can eat, baby.
Josh Sushan, broadcaster of the Albuquerque Dukes on June the 29th, joins us after the break.
All you can eat tacos. Is that anywhere in Albuquerque? Just curious. Does any place offer that in any day of the week?
There's a lot of jokes here, Isaiah. What kind of answer do you want?
I want to know if I can actually find all you can eat tacos. Because I know there's pancakes, there's wings.
Where do you get all you can eat pancakes?
I mean,
IHOP.
every restaurant has all you can eat tacos, depending on how much money you
Yeah,
bring.
what's your budget?
How much you willing to spend? How much? Eventually, there'll be a point.
Right. Oh, yeah. Also, at my house, that could be arranged.
Soft
Okay.
tacos?
I'm not having Isaiah over to my house. I don't want the neighbors asking questions. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Let's go.
And in the on-deck circle, Amory Castillo.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Welcome to the program where myself, Van Nunley, and Steve Palmisano are so fortunate to be at the Albuquerque Duke store, and Josh Sushan has been banished to Ice Topes Park where he has to broadcast the Chinchillas.
Good evening, Fred and gentlemen. Wow, we haven't spoke for a week, and right away you're just right on Fred mode. Let's go. All right, let's go. Get back into my two-man on mindset here.
You did take a week off from us as you were on the West Coast, or as you refer to it, the Best Coast. How disappointed were you to come back and see El Paso jerseys in our hood?
Well, they are the Isotopes rivals, so, I see El Paso Chihuahuas, and I think, here we go. Rivalry time. All right, let's go. Let's make this happen. We usually play entertaining games against them. We usually play back and forth close games. So I like it when we play El Paso. Rivalries are fun.
Sush, your Topes had some very timely pitching. Finally, a whole week of some good pitching performances, but the bats got left in Albuquerque and didn't make its way out to Sacktown.
Yeah, it's not the first time that we've seen this. It's definitely not going to be the last time where, you go to sea level. So here's the thing about playing baseball at altitude. Most people think about baseball at altitude like, oh, the ball carries so much further, which is true. Or your curveball doesn't curve as much, which is true. What most people forget is that as a hitter, you're used to seeing the ball curve a certain amount of distance, or a slider. And especially, like with the Rockies, okay, they're at 5,200 feet altitude. Then they go to Atlanta. Then they come back to Denver. And then they go to San Francisco. Whatever their schedule is, they constantly go in and out of altitude. But here in the Pacific Coast League, there's so many other high-altitude cities. We spent 8 consecutive weeks at high altitude between Albuquerque, El Paso, and Salt Lake. The last time the players were at sea level was really like the off season, because we were in Oklahoma City, which was 1,000 feet, and spring training, that's like 1,000 feet. So this was the first time the boys had been at sea level. And I know I'm making excuses here, but it's just the reality. Pitchers had their best week, hitters had their worst week. Altitude matters, and there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Sometimes I think we talk about it too much. Sometimes I think we don't talk about it enough. But whenever the Isotopes have played a whole lot of games in a row at altitude, they go to sea level, whether that sea level is Sugar Land or Tacoma or Sacramento. It's tough to hit. You're just seeing things you haven't seen in a long time.
Speaking of things you haven't seen in a long time, Mike Sosha. So we are currently over at the Duke store on Albuquerque Duke's Retro Night. Mike Sosha will be introduced to the Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame. What is a greater award, the Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame or being the manager of Team USA?
It's pretty darn close, but, as much as I don't want to, discount – sorry, I'm about to sneeze there. I tried to hold it in. I couldn't.
Take your time.
Look, representing your country, man, Tommy Lasorda, everything that Lasorda accomplished, including the Albuquerque Baseball Hall of Fame, he was the inaugural member. He said that representing his country as the manager was the highlight of his entire baseball career. And so for Mike Sosha, I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere around there, if not at the top two. A guy who was a multiple manager of the year, went to an all-star game as a player, won multiple World Series as a player and as a manager. I'm pumped that he's going to be here in the Hall of Fame. He's going to be here in attendance for that day in about 2.5 weeks, and I know the fans are going to love it.
All right, now being the manager of the USA or being forever a cartoon on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you guys will have to ask him to put together a David Letterman-style top 10 list of his biggest accomplishments. I wouldn't be surprised if number one is Number one is
Simpson.
probably
Yeah.
Team USA manager. Number 2 is probably the 88 World Series. And then number 3 might be the Simpsons.
The 1992 league champions of the Springfield City League playing for the power plant team. I agree completely.
I mean, that team was loaded, so I hope they won because they were loaded.
Well, and you don't know this, but Steve Palmisano put all of his money on Shelbyville, and that was stupid, Steve. Why did you do that?
Well, I was hoping for a
Didn't
change.
Sosha have a tragic illness in that episode, though?
They all did.
Everybody did.
Sosha wouldn't shave his sideburns.
Well, that was Mattingly.
I don't know. It came out in 92. They had Homer and Homer. It was very good. He got hit in the head with a beanball, and it was over. The Isotopes win.
Was it 92?
It was 92. That's how long ago that was.
It was 97.
No, the Isotopes were like, do you know how we could capitalize on the hotness of this thing that happened 9 years ago? We could name our baseball team after it. That's the plan. Josh, who's on the bump tonight?
On the bump tonight, also known as the pitcher's mound, is a young man by the name of Tanner Gordon, and Tanner is really good. His ERA may not indicate it. What I really like is 2 walks against 15 strikeouts. He had an arm injury right when the season was about to start, so that sidelined him for about 6 weeks or so. This will be his 4th start. I think he's thrown the ball really well since coming off the injured list, and I don't think he's going to be here all season. I feel like once he gets his pitch count up, the next time the Rockies need a starting pitcher, he would be he's probably on the short list. Although, speaking of starting pitchers, I read Thomas Harding's latest on MLB.com about the Rockies. It sounds like we're about to get a handful of rehabbing guys. Kyle Freeland, sometime this week, it sounds like, is going to be with us. Justin Lawrence, reliever, sometime this week is going to be with us. Nolan Jones is still with us for another day or 2, maybe 3, maybe only 1, probably 2 more days. So we've got some names who have had a mark in the majors who are going to be here with the Topes this week.
But that's a long rehab assignment for Nolan Jones. There's been a couple of hiccups. How's he doing now?
Yeah, so remember, he started it because he was sidelined with a back injury. Then his first game, he tries to stretch a single into a double, hurt his knee. He still played 2 more games. It wasn't quite right. They shut him down, restarted it. And so here's the thing. At this point, they just want to make sure that his swing is ready to go, that he can go back up to the big leagues and dominate because, and let's be honest, he was struggling when he went on the injured list. His batting average was under 200. He wasn't hitting for power or average. And this guy finished 4th in Rookie of the Year voting last year. So this is admittedly a much longer rehab assignment than most guys have had. Tonight will be his 8th game as part of phase 2 of his rehab assignment, his 11th overall game. And I think that's just an indication of, hey, there's no sense in rushing him back because the Rockies it's not like they're in the pennant chase right now. So let him continue to get his swing back at AAA and then bring him up when it feels like he's really locked in.
Mike Sosha believed he was actually running solid contaminant encapsulators at the Springfield nuclear plant. Due to a misfortune, came down with acute radiation poisoning.
See? That was a tragic illness.
Not as bad as Ozzie Smith, who visited Springfield's mystery spot and then disappeared.
These things happen.
He's a wizard. He'll figure it out.
He's a wizard, so he can figure it out.
That wasn't the Isotopes episode, though.
Oh, was it?
No.
What was that?
That was just a baseball episode.
Oh!
Big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, the one that we got our name from was the hunger strike when Homer sees all the Springfield Isotope stuff has been replaced by Albuquerque Isotopes swag, and he goes on a hunger strike and saves the team on the TV show, but in real life the team moved from Calgary to Albuquerque.
It says March of 2001.
That's way more relevant.
I thought it was late 90s.
Yeah. Now you know. Josh, have a good broadcast tonight.
Thanks, guys. Good to talk to you guys again.
This was nice.
Miss you, boo.
Isaiah, you are mid today?
I was going to say the same about you, but your fit is, I will say your fit is nice. You use well, Van and Steve. You boys dressed well today.
Thank you, sir.
Isaiah got his camera working one day. All of a sudden, he's giving out compliments.
Okay.
Steve Polisano at the Duke store.
Thanks for being here.
That was nice.
I appreciate it.
You want to get a beer?
Yeah.
Van Nunley, final words?
I'd have a beer. Hey, boys, anything we didn't cover today on the program, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and Jay.
Good job, everyone. GG.